For my professional development project, I chose to read the book On Writing, a Memoir of the Craft by Stephen King. I chose this book for two reasons. The first is that next year I will be teaching a senior level English course and plan on incorporating a Stephen King short story unit. I also decided to read this book because everybody knows who Stephen King is. Not only has he written over 80 novels and more than 200 short stories, but his stories have the most film adaptations than any other author. I figured if I wanted to take a course on writing, then why not learn from one of the bests? King starts the book off by providing a brief memoir of his early life where he discusses his childhood writing journey and his continuous failed attempts to getting his writing published. He talks a little bit about his career as an English teacher, the start of his fame with his book Carrie, and his struggle to overcome alcoholism. Throughout this entire book, King is very honest with his reader, which is one of his recommendations to being a good writer. He says, "You can write about anything you want as long as you tell the truth." Page 158. After his memoir, King then breaks the book into different chapters called Toolbox. He goes over the most important tools he keeps in his toolbox, ranging from vocabulary, style, grammar, characterizations, narrations, research, good storytelling, descriptions. You name it, he goes over it. One of my biggest takeaways from King that I'd like to put in my own toolbox and teach my students is his beliefs in vocabulary within writing. He says, one of the really bad things you can do to your writing is dress up the vocabulary looking for long words because you're maybe a little bit ashamed of the short ones. This is like dressing up a household pet in evening clothes. The pet is embarrassed, and the person who committed this act of premeditated cuteness should be even more embarrassed. Page 117. What I love most about the way he explains his methods is that he provides you examples of what he believes is good writing versus okay writing, and uses comedy and analogies throughout the book. This is the first book I read about writing, where I look forward to what the next page has to offer. His writing is so good that he made the topic of writing fun to read about. I strongly recommend reading Stephen King's On Writing, a Memoir of the Craft, whether you are looking for suggestions in teaching young writers or you're looking to become a better writer yourself.